I got my little list of topics to go on. The topic for today is what you would like to be when you grow up. Not really. Anyways, the topic for today is rude restaurant customers. Here's a question. If somebody's making you food, why in the world would you want to be rude to them? That makes no sense. They're making you food. That would be stupid. Yeah, it's against the policy and whatnot to spit in somebody's burger, but it could happen. Having worked fast food before, I would never, ever do half the shit that some of those customers did. I was working my last day, and this woman came through drive-thru, and she's like, I want 2, blah, 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 blah. So I said, okay, is that going to be everything? And I could have sworn she said, yeah, that's everything. I said, okay, well, that'll be $2 at the window. She said, I wasn't finished yet, idiot. I've had my share of stupid people through drive-thru. When they really irritated me, if I was in the back in the kitchen, I'd put jalapenos in their burger whether they wanted them or not. If you're gonna fucking piss off somebody that is making you food, you best expect something's gonna happen to it. Screw something up accidentally, which usually it's an accident unless you pissed them off in the first place. Don't go up there and say, well, I wanted it this way. Freaking out on the fucking person at the counter just because the people in the back screwed up your order. Just go up and say, hey, this was supposed to be made this way. Can you guys fix it? No problem, dude. It's easy as pie. People who sit there and they say, well, you screwed up on this, but I'm going to go ahead and keep it. Just make me another one. Most fast food restaurants, the policy is if you screw something up, you have to throw it away. If somebody screws up your order, why would you want to keep it? Oh, free food, woohoo! If they screwed it up and you're just going to keep it anyways, you might as well just eat it. Seriously. The worst thing, I think, about working in fast food is the teenagers. They have absolutely no respect whatsoever. You go into a restaurant, a fast food restaurant, you bust your own fucking table. Seriously? The trash cans are right next to the door. You're passing the trash cans as you're going out the door. Might as well put all your shit on the tray, put it in the trash, and walk out the door. How hard is that? Rather than leaving a huge mess all over the table for somebody else to clean up. My favorite is when they play with the ketchup and they get it all over the table or they get it all over the seats or something, you know. That's a pain in the ass to clean up. It's fucking nasty. Who the fuck does that? People who raise their kids like that should be shot. Okay, maybe not shot, but it's rude. It comes down to that rude customer thing again. My absolute favorite, is the little pricks who would come in, get a glass for water, and they didn't order anything else. If they ordered, like a hamburger, it wouldn't bother me so much. But they come in, they ask for a cup for water, and they get soda instead. You get a free cup for water, and you go and grab soda. You're stealing money from the company that pays me. Not a good idea. There was one time that a group of about 5 teenage boys came in, and a couple of them ordered some sandwiches and stuff, and all of them asked for water. And when their order came up, I took their tray out to their table, and I set it down, and I said, the next time you'll ask for water cups, get water. And I walked away. I'm sure they had a lot of fun with that. Not only that, but they also left me a huge fucking mess, which really pissed me off. Every once in a while, though, I did get teenagers in there who would actually bust their own tables, and they were actually very courteous, and they paid for what they asked for. So I've had a few good teenagers, but for the most part, they're all little pricks. My favorite part about working fast food is the old couples who would come in at the same time, you know, on the same days, and order the same exact thing. I had this one guy who I actually knew from a karaoke bar that I used to go to. And he freaking rocks. He rocks at karaoke, I can tell you that much right now. But there was one guy who would come in and he wanted his fries fresh out of the fryer. And he was never rude about it. I mean, if they're not burning my taste buds off, I don't want them. Or there was a couple that would come in and they would always order onion rings. And so they always got onion rings. Fresh onion rings. And as soon as they'd walk through the door, I'd be like, hey, we need some fresh onion rings over here. They were really sweet people. I like the sweet old people. It's the crotchety, nasty, mean, just absolutely downright rude, stupid people that piss me off. I can't stand it. I like the job. I do. It's not a bad job. It's a lot of tedious, mind-numbing work. But for the most part, the people I worked with were pretty cool. And for the most part, the customers were pretty cool. You always had those few, though. Those certain few that you just wanted to jump out the drive-thru window and strangle. Or jump over the counter and strangle. You know, it's really funny. The guy that my mom is dating is actually one of those types of people that I would absolutely hate to serve. One of those difficult people. I hate difficult